Semiococcus zemiifolia is a plant of many names. Also known as the emerald palm, eternity plant, sensibar gem, and the zuzu or zizi plant, this beautiful and easy to care for houseplant has exploded in popularity since its introduction to the market. ZZ plants are simple to care for and can put up with a bit of neglect, making them a great option for an office or for someone who likes to travel a lot. They're also very resistant to pests and diseases. These plants are designed to store water so that they can easily survive through periods of minimal rainfall. Water is stored in the plant's rhizomatous root system, which actually looks a bit like a potato. You'll probably notice it if you repot or propagate your ZZ plant. All of the soil should be dry before watering, so be sure to check when watering time rolls around. There are several ways to water ZZ plants. They aren't very picky. Choose a way that suits you best. To water over the soil, simply take your watering can or place your plant directly under the tap. Continue adding water to the pot until it starts to run out of the drainage holes. If you have a tray under the pot, make sure you remove all the collected water afterwards. If you watered under the tap, make sure the water has stopped running out from the bottom before putting it back. Bottom watering is a great choice if you don't have many plants, or if you're dealing with a pest like fungus gnats. To bottom water your plant, fill a plant tray with water and make sure that the drainage holes at the bottom of your pot make contact with the water. Wait for about 10 minutes. Feel the soil to see if it's absorbed enough water. If the soil is moist throughout, remove any excess water from the tray. If it's still dry, add more water and wait 20 more minutes before removing the excess. If you want to make sure your plant is thoroughly watered, give it a water bath. All you have to do is fill a bucket with lukewarm water. Lower the whole pot down into the water just above the soil level. The water will bubble as the pot fills with water. Let the excess water drain well before replacing your ZZ plant into the cache pot or onto the tray. Check back in an hour or so to be sure there's no standing water under your plant. It's a good idea to add fertilizer every other time you water your ZZ plant. During periods of active growth, plants like to be fertilized regularly, but this can be reduced in winter or if the plant is dormant. ZZ plants aren't fussy and will appreciate a balanced all-purpose fertilizer or a green plants fertilizer. You can also use fertilizer sticks or another form of slow-release fertilizer. These are formulated to release a small amount of nutrients each time you water your plant. If you have sensitive skin, be sure to wear gloves when handling fertilizers. The amount of slow-release fertilizer needed for your plant will depend on the size of your pot. Some are more concentrated than others, so always be sure to check the packaging. Dampening the soil will make it easier to push the fertilizer sticks into the pot. Water the plant thoroughly after adding them. You'll need to add more in 2 or 3 months. ZZ plants are relatively slow growers, so it's not necessary to repot every year. The bulky root system of this plant will definitely let you know when it's time. Don't wait too long though, because sometimes they can break out of their pots. Not sure if your ZZ plant needs to be repotted? Here are 4 signs that will let you know. It's wobbly, pale, and has stopped growing. Roots have started to grow out of the drainage holes. The roots have cracked or warped the pot. Water runs straight through the pot when watering without really hydrating the soil. There are a few different options to choose when it's time to repot your plant. Same pot, new soil. Great for plants that you want to stay the same size. Just keep in mind that you'll have to control the roots if they get too unruly. Refresh the top layer of soil. For big plants that are too hard to repot, just remove the top layer of old soil and add a fresh one. This is a great time to add worm castings or any other compost to your soil. Slightly damp soil makes it easier to separate the plant from the pot, and it's safer for the roots. If it's being stubborn, run a knife along the edge of the pot to loosen it. If you're using a plastic pot, you can tap it on a workbench or with a tool to loosen the soil. It's beneficial to clean the leaves of your ZZ plant about once a month. You can mist to remove dust, wipe the leaves with a damp cloth, or even use a feather duster. ZZ plants prefer bright indirect light, but they are well known to grow in almost any lighting condition. As for most plants, they will grow less in shadier spots, and you will have to be more careful with the watering can, because the soil will dry up a tad slower than in sunnier spots. Any level of humidity should suit these plants just fine. If you're looking for a low-maintenance plant, the ZZ plant might just be the one for you. They come in green, black, and even variegated varieties, so there's one for every plant lover. For more plant guides, like and subscribe to our channel, and join us over on the Planta app. See you on the next one!